Come on. Room we got going here, a small little stage. You guys are right here. You want to talk with us for a foot away? My man's taking advantage of the opportunity to strike up a conversation. Hello? Everybody's welcome to. It's a nice small room, small stage. Let's enjoy each other. Take care of each other. Make some noise for our homies in AYS. AYS. new one. We put out a record a couple of months back. It's called Big Kiss Goodnight. If you checked it out, thank you so much. Thank you very much. If you have not, please do check it out. And if you don't want to, thanks for checking out anything we've ever done. Thanks for spending time with us. Even if you're... What's that? We're not playing that. But I wish we could. We should have practice. I know that's right. We got a couple more left. A couple more left. If y'all want to bounce to them, please do. I know it's super hot here, so thank you guys for sticking it out, hanging out with us. This is an old one. Let's stay cold, EP. tonight's been incredible. Take care of each other. Show me where the food is. Take me and get some chicken. You guys been incredible. Thank you. Thank you.
It was even better than in Berlin.
Where?
In Berlin. I was in Berlin.
Oh, really?
We were on vacation at the Baltic Sea.
Hey, yeah!
He was the guy.
Close up.
Hey Leute, ich bin Christian von Love Life Booking und sitze heute mit Justice von Trapped Under Ice, die heute in der Alten Zuckerfabrik gespielt haben. Und ja, Justice, tell me a story about Trapped Under Ice.
Well, Sam and myself, as well as our original drummer, Ben, we used to play in a straight edge hardcore band called Nick Fury in the Baltimore area. And then, that slowly we started writing kind of different songs. And when that band finally, ended, we picked up, with the songs we've been working on the side, me, Ben, and Sam together. And we started Trapped Under Ice. And then, from there, eventually we got Brendan playing drums. And Brad, from the beginning, Brad always filled in for us on guitar and would do he did our first European tour. And every European tour Brad's done. And then and we picked up Jared, maybe a year or two after the band started. But this has been Trapped Under Ice. The lineup we have right now has been the band for 5 years. This has been our lineup. And we've gotten to do a lot of cool things, see a lot of cool places. This is our 7th time in Europe. Been to Australia a couple times, Japan, done the U.S. a lot, Canada. Gotten to see a lot of cool places and meet a lot of cool people, all because of the band. So we're very lucky. We're very fortunate.
Okay, cool. What was your favorite place in the world?
My favorite place in the world? That's tough. My favorite countries probably Australia. For its nature, has it's a very naturally beautiful country. I really like Spain a lot. We went to Spain once we went for 2 separate shows a couple years back with Terror, and that's probably my favorite countries I've ever been to. The culture is beautiful. A lot of cool cities, a lot of cool places to swim, and a lot of beautiful people, beautiful wardrobes. It's really cool culture. I can't wait. I want to go back there immediately, but it's been a while, so hopefully. But of course, we appreciate everywhere we've been. We get to come to Germany a lot, all over Germany. And I love it. It's lots of cool foods. I like to eat the frikadelle. Frikadelle is my favorite. Lots of schnitzels. all kind of cool shit.
And how do you find vegan food?
Well, I'm not vegan, but I do definitely appreciate good vegan food from time to time. We had some pretty good food today. I enjoyed the cuisine today. A couple days ago, my friend Jasmine, she made me a meatball sub. And it was my favorite vegan dish I've ever had. I was actually vegetarian for 7 years. I tried to be vegan, and it lasted about 2 days because I just love cheese. I love grilled cheese sandwich is my favorite food in the whole world. But I like every day or every other day I like to experiment with the vegan cuisine. But at the same time I like my comforts of being able to go to Burger King and getting a chicken sandwich or whatever from there. It's cool. Variety's the spice of life, is what they say, and it's true.
Okay, so tell me something about the lyrics from Trapped Under Ice. Is it more personality or more political?
We do touch on political subjects sometimes, but I think more, I would say it's personal, because even when we sing about political subjects, what I'm singing about is directly how it affects me emotionally, how it affects my family, and how it affects other families, obviously. But more than anything, we sing personal. A lot of music, a lot of it's about love, and feelings, and I guess your path in life and what you know, my path in life, what I want to do with my life, and what I think people should do with their life, which is whatever they want, you know. And that's a very broad thing to say, but you know, people always ask, what is Trapped in Ice's message? And I don't think there's one, you know, political stance we could all take. You know, obviously we all have very strong feelings about equality, you know, whether that be about race or sex, religion, creed, whatever it is. That's you know, it's a very important thing for Trapped in Ice. But I think our main message as a band is about living life and doing what you want and overcoming the heartbreak and all the obstacles that, you know, the average person faces. That's it.
Okay, so what was your first hardcore band in your life?
My personal one that I started, or the first I played in, or the first hardcore band I played in. Shit, I've been playing in punk rock bands since I was a little kid. So I think maybe when I was in 6th grade, so I was probably 11. I started a punk band with like hard punk band with friends from my area. The first band we really got kind of active and playing shows. We did a band called Mr. Bruce, which is a silly name, but it's me and 2 of my friends playing a hard punk band. Just, you know, it's experimenting. We were so young, you know, we didn't really know what we wanted to be, but we just played fast and was screaming and yelling and did some of my first stage dives, you know, with that band. And then I did a band with some of the guys that went on to start the band Ruiner. And that band was called 3 Inch Lynch, and it turned into Farewell Hope. And then eventually they turned into Ruiner. I played in a band called PH Low. That was a hardcore punk band. I played in a band called The Fall Line. That was a little more metal influenced. And then we started this straight edge hardcore band called Nick Fury. That was me and Sam and some other friends from back home.
You are straight edge?
Yeah, I've been straight edge for, I guess, close to 10 years. It's weird. I don't really think of straight edge every day to day. I don't really think of. It's not something that I think of consciously. It's just ingrained in my way of life. It's how I live. So I don't really count the years. You know, I guess I was maybe 16, 26 now. So I guess about 10 years. Sam's straight edge. Actually, everybody in our band is straight edge, which is weird. We didn't plan for it to be that way, but the people that we knew that had the most drive, the most motivation, that wanted to tour, just all happened to be straight edge. So it works out. Franz, our roadie, he's not straight edge, but he's a very much so a member of our band, and he's been a big part of our band for years. You know, just as much as, you know, this whole lineup's been together. But he does all the partying for us. He gets fucking crazy. He's a nut job.
So tell me the difference from straight edge from Baltimore, difference to Germany.
Well, I think it's the beauty of straight edge is there really is no difference. It's like, you know, straight edge scene, there's a difference, but like the cool thing is, like, I love that about straight edge. I love that about hardcore, is that I can go to halfway across the world to Germany, or I can even go all the way across the world to Japan or Australia, and I have so much that I can relate to people with through straight edge and through hardcore. But as far as the straight edge scene, I feel like, well, veganism and vegetarianism is just way bigger in Europe in general, and it's definitely like more a part of straight edge for a lot of people. I feel like, and it's a shame in a lot of ways. Even though, like I said, I used to be vegetarian, and you know, I quit that years ago. I still have a huge respect for that, and you know, it's a shame that it's not a bigger thing in the United States. I have a lot of vegan and vegetarian friends in the States, but there's not vegan bands. I kind of miss, you know, like when I was getting into hardcore, there were so many bands with different beliefs. You know, being a vegan straight edge band would be like, that was so typical. And then, like, maybe there's a couple of vegan straight edge bands in the U.S., but it's not a huge thing like it was years ago. And you see a lot of that over here. Like you said, like every show we play, there's vegan options backstage, which is cool. You know, nobody in our band's vegan, so we don't get to take advantage of that, but it's excellent. It's beautiful that there is that for people, you know?
And the difference from the hardcore scene from Baltimore to Germany?
In Baltimore and a lot of America, especially East Coast, like the area I'm from, you know, we're real close to like Philly and New York and Richmond, and I feel like all our scenes kind of have a lot of similarities. Here, everything's DIY. Somehow you guys manage to find ways to do venues that are in squats sometimes, or even if it's like in a big venue, it's still done on a very DIY level, you know, where, you know, you have maybe like a vegan chef who's somebody's friend who comes and cooks for everybody, and everything's very in-house. as to where in Maryland and New York, it's like, while everything's still DIY, it's still your friends book your shows, and you know, everything's self-promoted and everything. There's this weird element of working with bigger businesses that it's not, I don't want to give you the wrong impression and say it's not DIY. Like, we work with a lot of big clubs and stuff like that, but it's weird how it's like, you know, our friends still run the shows, but we still work with bigger clubs and bigger businesses and bigger outlets and stuff. And then the DIY ethic is just stronger here in general. Like, everything from, you know, the way you guys book your shows to the way your bands operate and tour. There's a lot of DIY touring going on here and stuff. We work with MAD, which, you know, is, you know, they do a lot of bigger stuff, which is cool for us. But there's still a lot of DIY agents like that, a lot of very underground, small circuit, cool things going on here. So it's a lot of similarities too. Like I said, the DIY work ethic, it's definitely real and present in the U.S., but it's just a whole nother level here. It's cool. I like that.
Okay, cool. So how do you find the show tonight?
Oh, the show's great tonight. I mean, you can, if you want to take the camera and do a scale of the room, this room's fucking teeny little room, you know? We got little stage. There's times when I was bumping into everybody on stage, but that's sweet. I love that. We have people getting up on stage and just feeling comfortable, and that's what the hardcore environment should be about. Just when you get to here, you should know that that stage is your stage, you know? And we all have to respect each other, of course, but I loved it. It was great. There was a lot of people jumping off stage and people jumping around, getting crazy, and I feel like everybody had a general respect for everybody. Nobody was being too rude or ignorant. You know, nobody was disrespecting each other, disrespecting our personal space. It was great. I really enjoyed it.
That's cool. So tell me last words.
Last words? Well, to add on what we talked about a little bit before, hardcore is alive and well everywhere, worldwide. It's a beautiful thing when we get to, you know, come to Germany and make friends and see friends that we have so many common interests with. You know, and like I said, we can go all the way across the world to Australia, Japan. You know, we've never been there, but we have, you know, we talk to a lot of people in Southeast Asia. Every day I talk to somebody from Indonesia, which is insane. You know, our languages are so much different. They speak a little bit of English, but we can still relate in so many ways. And that's a beautiful thing. There's a lot of great bands, a lot of bands that are, you know, with a lot to say, more than just what's already been said. And I would like to expand on that idea and say, everybody just keep doing your thing, keep doing new bands, and be yourself. Be open to the idea of expressing any ideas you want. If you're gay, start a gay pride band. That'd be great. I'd love to see a gay pride band. You know, I'd like to see more vegan bands. There's a lot of vegan people. I'd like to see a lot of more vegan bands doing their thing in my face, telling me what they believe. That's the shit. Do what you want. Have a good time. Respect each other. Hardcore lives.
Great words. Thanks, Justice, for this interview. So, das war's, Leute. Ihr habt's gehört. Es war auf jeden Fall eine großartige Show. Es waren viele Leute da. Und checkt Love Live Booking aus. Checkt die Shows aus. Support the local hardcore scene and change your fucking mind. Bye.
Thank you.
Justice.